Good evening, animals, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mr. Great, and here's what you need to know for the week ending January the 22nd. We begin tonight in Britain, where global warming has thrown Her Majesty's kingdom into the worst cold spell that's been felt in 30 years, which is having strange effects upon its population. While National Grid has issued its second ever warning that demand for energy is threatening to outstrip available supplies, the popular adultery website illicitencounters.com, which provides a platform for married people to conduct affairs, is reporting that the cold temperatures have driven an unexpected increase in visitors to its doors. Meanwhile, the Holiday Inn is trying out a new service at 3 of its London locations with human bed warmers. I kid you not. The service entails having a fully dressed human being lying in your bed, getting it warm until you are ready to occupy it. Actor David Tennant stated via Doctor Who magazine recently that the real reason he is leaving the popular BBC show behind is to pursue a career in this exciting new field. Hugh Grant and John Barrowman were also among the first to apply. In Canada, publishers are dumbfounded by new airport security measures that seem to forbid passengers from bringing books and magazines purchased pre-flight onto airplanes bound for the United States. Any books and magazines that are illegally smuggled into the US will be burned en masse. Speaking of the divided states of America, just as Darth Obama and the Imperial Senate were about to force healthcare legislation down the throats of the American sheeple, a new hope rises out of Massachusetts. In an absolutely devastating blow to Mr. Obama and his dangerous socialist agenda, Republican Scott Brown handily defeated the vapid Obama bot Martha Coakley to win the Senate seat formerly held by the walking gin still Ted Kennedy. You know, I find it hard to believe that Barack Obama has a hard time hearing the voices of the American public with those gigantic ears, which means that he is just ignoring them. How does that make you feel, America? The American Supreme Court overturned previous legislation which limited the amount of money that corporations and private individuals can donate to political campaigns. This dangerous decision, which largely benefits the Republicans in the upcoming midterm election, means that now more than ever, political office will be awarded to the highest bidder. The Supreme Court will now take up deliberation on whether or not to rename the United States of America to the United States of Walmart. Starting in 2016, the office of the president will be auctioned off via the popular website eBay. However, it is a US auction only. Those with negative feedback cannot bid, and payment is required via PayPal within 24 hours of the auction's close. In the city of Denver, Colorado, there are now more cannabis shops than Starbucks. The city has issued more than 300 licenses for medical marijuana dispensaries, which is more than there are state schools or shops that can sell alcohol, and has given the state the title the marijuana capital of the United States. The most popular strain of sticky bud for sale, Rocky Mountain High. Turning now to Japan, where a young man has married a virtual character that lives exclusively on his Nintendo DS. He married the video game character from the handheld title Love Plus in front of over 3,000 people via an internet webcast. The only item on his wedding registry, screen protectors for the Nintendo DS. And finally tonight in entertainment, we turn back to David Tennant, who has finished his reign as the most popular Doctor Who ever, next to Tom Baker, of course. Some would argue that Tennant and the Doctor Who team have re-energized modern science fiction television. However, many also agree that the actor they chose to replace Tennant may leave much to be desired. Really? You're replacing this guy with this? With that in mind, we leave you tonight with the logical progression of the next 5 Doctors. This has been a roundup of the news you need to know. I am Mr. Great. Thank you and good night.